So great, in today's market, I know it might seem hard to find great real estate investing deals, right? But today I'm gonna show you how you can not just go on the MLS and go to a realtor and make on-market offers and have to compete with everybody else, right? And have to come out of pocket and get bank financing and all those things. I'm going to give you some examples of 4 properties that I've purchased, none of my own money, all off market, where I've gotten them all at extremely deep discounts. Okay, I'm gonna go over the property, how much I paid and how I paid for it, how I'm making money, and then also the pain point of each motivated seller throughout the video. So that way you can copy and paste a marketing campaign that can generate you motivated seller leads that make it easy for you to sell, easy for you to get at a discount. I'm talking, $150,000 houses for $50,000, so you can go out and start making monthly cash flow with rental property. Okay, let's talk about it. Hey, what's up, guys? You already know it's your boy Swan Belcher. I'm a full-time real estate investor. I love receiving monthly checks from my rental properties. I love making quick $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 assignment checks in 2 or 3 weeks. The big boy, the 6-month checks from rehabs are like 50 or 40,000. And then also that best one that the government likes me to do is those refinances that are tax-free. I love making money in real estate in all of those ways at the exact same time. And today we're gonna talk about how you can find off-market properties for yourself so you can do the same. Okay, now, so go ahead and be selfish, press the like button, press the subscribe button, okay, and even share it, okay? In the beginning of my real estate investing journey, one thing that I did was share videos with people I wanted to do business with, or I wanted to gain some kind of financial relationship with, okay? When you have an abundant mindset and share information with other people, typically they'll put you in a equal or greater position, as in looking up to, for advice, okay? Meaning whenever you have an opportunity and you bring it, you've been feeding into them, you've been sowing seeds, you've been giving them information. But when an opportunity comes up and you need help, they're more likely to help you with an opportunity and make money with you because you've been sowing seeds, okay? That's just the law of tithing and offering, okay? So now the first property I want to talk to you about is actually one that I picked up recently this year. It is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, okay? Now I got it from this tired landlord, okay? Tired landlords. You'll hear that phrase mentioned a lot, tired landlords. That's not necessarily the list that you're gonna search for. How you're gonna find this list is by going to listsource.com, that's one of the places, and pull up an absentee owner list. Absentee simply means that the owner of the property that is on the county records has a different mailing address than the physical address. The reason why you want to pull this list is because people are willing to sell an investment property before they're willing to sell their own property. If somebody lives out of state, they're going to show up on an absentee list. If they inherited a house from their mom, they're going to pop up on an absentee list. And so whenever there's bills, right, that somebody can't pay or having a hard time paying, they're gonna wanna sell this extra before they sell their own, if that makes any sense. So we wanna target absentee, sellers. One way to get this list really juicy and squeeze out the best, okay? Squeeze out the best absentee leads, because there will be a lot, okay? There will be a lot. I was reading something on the CIN that said that 40% of the homes bought over the last 6 months were bought by investors, not homeowners. So that's a lot of people. That's a big list. So one thing you can do to squeeze down that list to the best people, okay, is number one is to stack the 4 lists that we're going to tell you today. And that will give you 4 different pain points, right? So the first one is absentee. They don't live at the house. So the next one is definitely one of my favorites. It's a duplex. Now go over and follow me on Instagram, because I talk about this property all the time. Literally, I show videos of it. It's one of our Airbnbs now. I originally rehabbed it for my sister. And I mean, just the total transformation is awesome. We've had it for a few years. Just great house, period. And we make hella money on it. Literally, cash flow wise, I think I bring in like $3,000 a month on it. And my monthly mortgage, $590. Okay. The insurance on the property is like $75 a month. The taxes on the property is like $75 a month. And like I said, I net cash flow like $2,000 on this house. And that's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot for one house, but I love this house. Okay. And this is a really good pain point list. Back taxes. Okay. Back taxes. If you don't know what I mean by back taxes, is in order to own a house, you can buy it, but you have to pay for more stuff to keep it, like insurance. Okay. Like property taxes. Okay. Your local county will make you pay a county tax to own a property. So that way that money can be used for roads, development, school, education, and things like that. So in order to keep your house, every year you have to pay property taxes on it. Now, when people go through a hardship because they don't take your property immediately, property taxes is one of those things to say, well, I'll pay for it next year, or I'll jump on a payment plan and start paying for it. But when an investor has 30, 40, 50 houses, that could be a serious problem and a sign of motivation when the property taxes aren't paid for. Okay. Typically, this is more of a problem with investors who only have 1, 2, or 3 properties. Where can we find them? The best place to get them, where you can get the list for free, is your county. Okay. Some counties will have it online. Some other ones you'll have to go down to the courthouse and pull your list yourself. If you don't have that much time to go down to the courthouse, you can go to a website like rebogateway.com. But I suggest going down to your local county, meeting the people that you have to meet, learning whatever you have to learn down at the county, learning how to pull those records there, and then you can become another resource for people in your local area and sell that list to them consistently. That way you ain't even gotta have a deal to make money. You had that skill of knowing how to find a niche list of motivated sellers only for your county, and you can sell that to local investors. Okay. Thank me when you do it, or let me know, drop a flame in the comments below if you like that strategy. Okay. For our state, you have to look up your laws, but I know that if I can find people that are behind 3 years, I know they're a lot more motivated, because then they start getting the foreclosure notices at that point. At 3 years, I know I can hit them with a text message, I can hit them with a call, or I can hit them with a piece of mail, and they'll be extremely motivated to sell their property to me fast in exchange for a cash offer with no conditions, right? So I don't need any fix up on the property. I'll pay for the closing cost. We can do this in 2 or 3 weeks, and I'll use that to my advantage to leverage in a negotiation to get that property at a discount. That's back taxes. Number 3 is definitely another hot spot in the courthouse to get free records. Okay. The courthouse literally has the best list because it is accurate data. Okay. A lot of data sellers, okay, like PropStream, they will gather up data from anywhere just to resell it, because they're in the business of not providing accurate information, but selling information that they have. Okay. Now, we don't really know where they get it, but we can assume, since it's in their policy that people can upload lists into their software to send mail to or to market to, we just assume that they get their list from their community of people who pay for this service, and they resell it back to the community. Now, like I said, this is not necessarily the best. It works. Okay. It works. It's not necessarily the best, but it works. So remember that the best list comes from the courthouse. This one is the probate list. Probate is the process of an heir inheriting a property, but it's the legal process of them taking ownership, of everything that the descendant left to them. So literally, the court has to go through this whole thing of, hey, this is the people that the person who passed away owed. This is how much they had in their bank accounts. This is how much money that they had in a life insurance, and then we're gonna mix all of that up to make sure whoever they owed gets paid. We're gonna make the administrator, one of the heirs, the administrator of the estate, to be in charge of this to make sure it gets done. And if they can't cover what they owe, then the judge will say, hey, you have to sell the property, okay? Now, that happens sometimes, especially if there's not a will, but most of the time, heirs, they see a property as a way to get quick money because they didn't have to put any skin in the game. All they had to do was be an heir. Okay, so once again, this leaves an opportunity for you as a savvy real estate investor to call them before anybody else does by grabbing that information from the courthouse, to negotiate with them, use leverage of a cash offer, creative offer, as is, quick closings, and for you to get a great deal on a property. 27406, 27401, 27405, that is our neighborhood. And I like to tell my story that I take pride in buying in our neighborhood to make sure I can control the gentrification cycle. People love that, which helps me get properties at a discount. Okay, now the last one, but definitely not least, and another powerful list that you can maximize on is the recent arrest records. Now this list takes a little work, but is extremely hot. Okay, I suggest if you do this on a consistent basis, then you have a virtual assistant scrub through the daily arrest, match it up to the county records to see if they own a house, and if they rent a house, then you'll have their mailing address because of the county records, and you'll skip trace the owner, letting them know, hey, your boy just got arrested. Your boy just shot up the house. Somebody was just killed at your house. Whatever that news is, you'll be able to use that as leverage to negotiate and get a great deal. I got 2 houses from this guy at the exact same time from the recent arrest records. And all I had to do, okay, at the time, we have like this, I forget the name of the magazine, but it's just like a jail magazine. Anytime somebody gets locked up, there's a magazine printed at the gas station. You can buy it and see their faces. You can see their mugshots. And I literally got 2 houses at the exact same time from that little magazine from the recent arrest list. Okay, now look, does this take work? For sure, it definitely takes a lot of work. Does this work, and can it provide your first $10,000 real estate investment check, your first assignment deal, your first rental, your first Airbnb? For sure. Okay, do what's hard and will be rewarded a hard's work. Not everybody can do this. That's a good thing. That means there will always be room for you in the market to do real estate investing. Okay, now if you need more details outside of just where to pull the list, you don't need more information. You can literally take action on what we went over in this video. But if you need step-by-step hand holding A to Z, the Real Estate Made Easy course can help you get your first $10,000 check. Click the link below. We'll see you on the next one. Have an amazing day, people. Peace.